All righty. Let's see if this is gonna go. What do we got? What's this? Oh, girl. All right, I'll have to go answer that later. Yeah. Yeah. So. Hello?
Hey, Ralphie, it's Rhonda.
How you doing, Rhonda?
I'm doing good. I'm wondering how you're doing. I just watched your video. I'm so sorry.
He broke his leg bone. And he didn't sleep all night, but he never, that dog never whimpered. So I'm not going to make this a fest, but it's been a long
I'll
time.
cry for you.
I can't tell you what a fantastic day we had. We started out with blue skies. I did my live stream. I was we quit early, and I said, "Let's go." Oh, I know. I had to go to the town hall, and so on the way back, we had a good swim. Nobody was there taking their boat out, and thank you all people that don't come here. I thank you all. I'm not looking for sympathy. The dog had an incredible life, and when I picked him up at like 6:30 to try to get him in the car by myself, which I was always worried I wasn't going to be able to do, and I did. He pissed on me, and he was so shooken up by that. And I really believe that there comes a time in life, you know, like he was having trouble taking a dookie.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can't thank the vet enough. That vet has really never given me shit about what I wanted to do. And I don't mean giving me shit and get my own way. I mean, just put it out there in front of him, and he's always helped, buddy. Years of doxycycline. I can't tell you. I should just find out how many times I brought the dog down there for doxycycline. And these ticks were just horrible. And
Yeah.
they legalize weed, so we're not seeing the helicopters flying around. But those first few years, man, they were coming over my house. Even my neighbor's kid said, "What the hell are you growing there?" I says, "You want to see it?" I says, "I'll show you." And I had 5 measly plants there. And she's like, "What the fuck are they doing?" And they were over the place. And a lot of people suggested that they were dumping these ticks because no one else was having this kind of trouble. So I wouldn't put it past somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either.
So, I can't believe that though. He had a broken leg. Even the vet said remarkable. And he went. Buddy was still living at the time, and he went and worked on his leg to see what was going on. And he jumped one time, but that was it. His threshold of pain was incredible. And I think some of that's got to do with neurological damage from the dog food. I was feeding him Purina for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Star. Big hello. So
Uncle Ralph says hi, Star. She sends puppy kisses.
he got like this relaxation. Hey, Dawn. I just seen you come in. Good morning.
Are
Great.
you live right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I don't personally care myself. I'm pretty open, you know.
Okay.
So, and I would say I got to hold him like my last dog and took his last breath and just wished him farewell.
That's beautiful. I know I know how hard that is to do. When I had to put Dallas down.
Oh yeah.
When we were in between lockdowns here in Michigan, and the vet came to the house.
That was.
Yeah, that was really something that she did that, and we were in the dining room when she gave him the first shot, and I was laying there with him, and then she gave him the second shot, and Ralph, I swear, I felt his spirit leave his body and pass right through me. Did you feel that with Buddy?
Yeah, I felt it with my last dog too. Yes, it's Rhonda. I got Rhonda on the phone, called in.
Morning, everyone.
I just want to let you know that that nothing really worked out for me here, you know, and you guys know that. The garden's been a mess, the winter's been a mess. Finding work, finding a partner, finding somebody, you know, in my life. And the live stream has always showed me, even if we get 3 people in the room, you know, miss you, friend. I tell you what, driving home was hard. Holy shit.
I can't, I know.
So it was the same thing with Buggy, you know. And the sad part is I didn't even have some friends here like, help me get my dog in my old Toyota. I want to take him for a ride, you know. And so, oh well. I remember one of the last rides we took up to Unity, and we walked the railroad tracks. I think this year in February we had a snowstorm, and we walked down to the lake. And but you know, the meloxicam. I'm going to tell you folks something. That meloxicam, if your dog's you know, uh, start having hip trouble and shit like that. But when I told them, we got the dog out of the car, we got Buddy out, and I held the belt underneath him. Good morning, Laura. And you could see him standing on his toes. He was doing that before. I said, yeah, he's been doing that for a while. He says that's neurological damage. So I think some of it is contributed to all the Lyme infections.
I bet it is. Yep.
You know, I think some of it might have been a bag of dog food that they fucked with, you know. Because if they can fuck with your dog food and they're invested in big pharma for dogs, you know, your vet's going to write your prescription, and that's the kind of world we live in. Big hello, Laura. And and so, I mean, I'm good with it. I mean, you know. Yep.
You know, he was just such a good friend and companion for you, and you gave him a lot of love. And you gave him a good life.
Yeah. You know, like I told you, he pissed on me and he was shaking, man. This dog, I just had to calm him down. I'm like, calm down. He didn't sleep all night, neither did I. Calm down. It's all right. And, you know, he never really was a listening dog to, I don't know if it was a trust thing or what, but anyway, but he finally calmed down. We went down to the lake and sat there for a few minutes, and I took him on the basic parts we go to here in Maine. You know, the lake and shopping, and we used to go to Unity a lot. No, that's all right. You know, it's one thing when you get a dog in your hand, you don't know whether that thing's going to last 2 years. I mean, everyone was saying, "Oh, he's a big dog. You could be lucky to get 7 to 10 years out of him." And 2012, he came to me. So on my birthday, that was a real good story. You know, people enjoyed that story wherever I went. Not so much here, but other places.
Yeah.
So I remember when you put your dog down, and I think a lot of the community, YouTube community, came up and gave you best wishes.
Yeah, there's a lot of us that are dog lovers, and we know we know what it is to say goodbye.
Yeah,
It's hard. I think I cried harder for Dallas than I did my mom.
yeah. You're not watching the live.
I'm trying to find it.
Okay. The hardest thing I ever been through when I lost my dog. It would have been harder, you know. The vet was saying, well, if his hips disjointed, I don't know if I got enough strength to put it back in. We can try that. And I thought about it and I says, even if you put that hip back in, the other leg wasn't worth the shit. And so, you know, I mean, I think I made the right decision. I have no qualms about it. I don't think Buddy does either. I think it went a lot smoother than I thought it was going to be. That's, you know, I was worried about. I don't know, some people give their dogs. Some people gives their dogs. You know, they go put them down, and the dogs like take a half hour to pass away. He was just right out.
Yeah. You know, you really you gave him a great gift in doing that for him, instead of keeping him around and having him in pain and putting him through all kinds of surgeries and tests and whatnot.
Right.
That was a great gift.
Well,
I don't.
Well, I think. Go ahead.
Dallas down, and it's hard when they're feeling good. You know.
Yeah.
You feel like you shouldn't be taking your life away, but if you wait too long, like I did, then they didn't have any quality of life, and you did the right thing, even though.
Yeah, he was really bummed that he couldn't poop. You know. He was aggravated about pooping and peeing. Not so much peeing, but the pooping, where he had to squat a little bit. He only had that one good leg, and the doctor says, you know, a bone don't break that big, don't break that like that. And it's probably had a tumor on it. And he did. He had a tumor on his paw. I shared that with Groveland because Groveland's neighbor did the same thing. She had her dog had the same growth. Looked like a giant blood blister. So I would say overall, the last year up till probably about February or March, it started getting bad. And the swimming's been really helpful for him. You know, that was That was really good for him. And this Meloxicam, man, I can't thank them enough. I told him, I says, "You like two of the greatest things that ever happened to me here in Maine." And that was my dentist and you guys. I mean, there was a no frills vet. He's probably going to be retiring soon, and he was just wonderful. I called this other corporation um, vet because my vet didn't call me back, and I said they're not coming in. It's a long weekend. They're not coming in. So I called this lady twice. Well, we're really busy, so leave a message. So I left a message, said, I got to put my dog down. I says, can you guys help me? So I was waiting on the phone for a good 3 to 5 minutes. And the phone, I heard someone else calling in, so I answered that. And luckily, it was my other vet. So I'm really happy that we got to go that route because he's been phenomenal with Buddy. Good quality. It's going to be gone because, I went and looked up this other hospital on Google to find their phone number. And what are they? They're all standing there in the same colored smocks and pants, telling me that you got money to be blowing on all that crap. So, if you go in there for something simple, a checkup or something, it's going to cost big, big money. What I do now, I don't know. I thought about it on and off throughout the years, but the shelters here are $500-$600 for a dog, and I want to take a little time. When my last dog was going downhill, I had 8 months with her and Buddy. Buddy had come in. Buddy come in into our lives in January, and Ruby went out on the 28th of August, believe it or not. So this is 3 days later. So
it's important to take that time to grieve and it's a big adjustment in your life. I didn't get Star until after, it was almost a year. But it took me a while to even find a dog once I decided, ready to open up my heart and my home again.
Yeah. Hello, Leslie. No, all good. It's all good. But at least you guys, I think that was a pretty good video I did. It wasn't too long. You guys got to see, because, some of you guys have helped Buddy throughout the years with dog treats. Like, call them dog treats. They're really for the joints and hips. And I thank you guys enough. But I can't thank you enough for that. So it's almost a year to get over that, and it took you a year to find another pet.
No, it took me about 6 months, 8 months to decide I was ready, to open up my heart and home again, but it took me about another 6 months to find a dog and find a puppy, and but I'm so glad that I did it. But I'm glad that I waited too.
Yeah.
I think that time to wait is really important because I've had other dogs, had to put them down and then turn around a week or a month later and get another dog, and it just seems like I was anyway almost resentful to the new dog for not being my other dog.
Right.
So it took time for that friendship to be established. So it's important to let that time go by and let yourself heal.
Well, I had a smart man once tell me, a man and woman going out dating 2 years after their divorce or breakup with a girlfriend. You should wait 2 years because you need time to unwind from that.
Yeah.
I just felt like when I got here and my partner went back to New Mexico, I just felt I need to find somebody because it's going to be a long winter and and um and we don't have a whole lot to keep us busy. I'm thankful for the Chinese restaurant giving me a little bit of work there for sure, and I miss that. I can't tell you how I get in this mode of really positive vibe is my tribe, and I'm going in to the Chinese restaurant to do a real shitty job. I mean, dishwashing there really stunk. You sprayed yourself with soy sauce and all this shit. But my bud was outside, comfortable in the back of the Toyota, and and when I got caught up, I could go out there and take him for a walk and a pee or something. He was happy as a clam, we both were. And then the shit started there, but we don't need to go down that road. I think he endured, because dogs know your feeling. And I think he endured a lot of my depression, aggravation, um, getting bit by ticks and be walking around here for 2 weeks till I finally took my tincture, which Dawn Morning was one of the biggest ones that said, "Oh, you take your tincture," and I said, "You're right. It's something simple, but it isn't that you forget. It's in that stupor that you get from Lyme. It's pretty bad." So I mean,
Yeah.
I had no trouble with this dog's health out of all them years, except for ticks. Right back at you. You remember that? You used to tell me that? We used to come in and you don't sound good. You take your tincture. And I would. I would go immediately get up and go get my tincture and make one. So I think just getting used down the friggin' road without that big boy in the back,
Yeah, your whole daily routine is gonna
Yep.
be different now, and it's so it's not only that we miss our friendship with our fur babies, but we also miss that daily routine.
Yeah, routine was very important to me up here because I couldn't get a routine. Like I had a routine for a couple months at the Chinese joint. And that whole routine was I quit everything at 12:30, 1 o'clock, made me a half a sandwich, took a shower, got my clothes ready, and then 4:30 driving into work. And I miss that. I needed that very badly. I can't even do a routine about like going in weed in the garden. There ain't no garden.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
it's
That's for sure. No garden here either.
no, I got plants out there, but they're 8 weeks behind. So I think with this upcoming election and stuff, I think things are gonna get really fucked up. And they're hell bent on going to war and siding with Israel. They're hell bent. And
Yeah, they are.
and I just think if they were the greater of all the religions, as they tell us, you should have a better way than um than shooting fucking artillery shells at rail shot. That's what I did in the army. I told them where to place the artillery shells. And I see the devastation, and you're doing this on children? Like, fucking kidding me? And you're getting away with it? Uncle Dude.
Why do they get children in hospitals and why aren't you targeting military targets?
I don't know.
Or
they because
I'm gonna let you go and enjoy your support from your friends in your room here. You can call me anytime.
Yeah, I thank you for the phone call, though. That was nice. Thank you so much. And you have a good day and get Star out there. Give him a big hug and kisses.
I will for sure.
All right. Take care.
We'll be thinking about you. Take care.
Bye bye. Oh, so long. Farewell. Uncle Dude. I'm trying to picture who Uncle Dude is. I'm so sorry. Been a kind of sleepless night. But anyway, yeah, I mean, those are some of the things, just the routine, And he was incredible. I'd be out there working on something, not bother me. Oh, okay, okay. Hey, how you doing, man? What are you guys going on? 5 years now, right? 6? Like I'd be out there working. When I'm working, I don't want to be disturbed, and he barked for me. And I come in. What do you want? And I wasn't snappy to him at all. Um, and he would just catch me at the wrong time every single time. Didn't matter what I was doing. Like last night, I went to bed about 1:30, 2 o'clock. I says, okay. I sat with him, and and um, I went to bed, and he started barking at me. So I had to come up and see what he wanted. So he finished off those treats for his hips and joint, and I just can't believe he had a broken leg, and neither could the doctor. He said that had to been a tumor in there. So Dawn's boyfriend, Roger, Uncle Dude, 6 years for you guys. I've been smoking like a fiend again. I guess that's just natural. Hey, Sister Golden here. Thanks for the comments. I gotta try to slow that down. But just juiced up on coffee and cigarettes mostly. I think out of all the years of being here, it was just really, really aggravating not to find a nice routine. I think that out of everything, Rhonda mentioned routine, and absolutely right. Now, know what I'm going to do. When it's 5 o'clock on the button, it don't matter if we change the clocks or not. 5 o'clock on the button. Maybe a couple of years ago and before, he'd be barking at me. I want my dinner now. And it's like, how the hell you within 5 minutes, plus or minus, of 5 o'clock every single day? you know, it's just a remarkable dog. I would say the dog was a true legend, had a tolerance of pain. And when the doctor said that, I was saying to myself, it's probably this neuro damage from the dog food or from the ticks. So I wasn't going to stay very long. I just wanted to do a live and try to air out. I really don't have much to do. I guess it's time I break down his bed and his dish and maybe do a little laundry. Thank you. I really try to be. Oh, he was so stubborn at times. Just so stubborn. I'm like, I'm doing something. We're going for a ride, but just lay down and relax. And he wouldn't. He'd do just the opposite. So, um, with my other dog, yeah, yeah. I couldn't believe how upset he was when he pissed. When I finally got him out, it was quite a project to get him out, and I couldn't have done it without his help. Number one, and his fortitude, because a broken bone like that, I couldn't even believe that the dog wasn't suffering. So I'm all good with the decision. I think Bud is. Where we're going from here, I don't know. I don't know. Rhonda was saying she felt her dog's spirit. Is that imagination? I'm not saying she was imagining. I'm asking, is that an imagination? So we're gonna try to have him back in a week and a half, and hopefully be able to bring him where I found him and put his ashes out on him and my other dog. Tea in your coffee. Don't they call that chai? Right. How long you guys been together? Dawn? Kinda, you know, it's gonna take a while. I think. It's gonna take a while. But I think I made the right choice. I know I made the right choice. There was nothing we could do. See you soon. I don't know why YouTube keeps doing this on every comment. I hit notifications. Yeah, I want notifications, but it comes up. This site has been updated in the background. Okay, what do you want me to do with it? 95 says take care, Ralph. Talk to you soon. See you soon. So, hey, there she is. 3 years. Wow, I thought it was longer than that, but that's okay. That's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay. You guys are doing good. Yeah. So now I got to go next week, and I got to go and dabble with the state um, or the town to tell them I put my dog down, so they don't they like to if you're late making the payments in January. What a time of year to register a dog. And yeah, he is. High five twos. I'm giving you a, what is that? Oh, a hot, I think. A hug. I can. It's all good. I mean, I think we'll realize how lonely this place is now, probably. I think, you know, I think when I had lonely feelings, I could always get them and throw them in the old buggy and go for a ride. Um, so I don't know if I'll be doing that much anymore, but we'll see. Actually, hugs. Yeah, I got it. I didn't know that was hugs. They should have put a blue and a red one for Democrat and Republican. YouTube got to change their color scheme. Oh no, 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 no. My buddy's got a dog. My goodness, it looks like a miniature lab dog. And man, he comes here and runs and runs and runs and runs. I really don't know what I want to do. I know before Buddy came into my life and I started getting towards the end of Ruby's life, I sort of like this breed of dog. And One of them was the Airedale, not a purebred. Happy, happy. Next, for a small dog, my even living here, I got to be careful because Jack Russell Terriers are pretty cool. They'll go hunt these mice, but I got to watch. We get eagles here, and we get coyotes here, and foxes, and I think something with a little size to it. But again, more than likely, I'm going to live another 10, 15 years, and that dog's going to live another 10 or 15 years. I thought about it. Mice were terrible. Mice have been terrible. But sis, I get them devices plugged in. Hi Grove. Buddy broke a bone in his rear leg, and I had to put him down. So maybe, I never chose my dogs. I'll tell you this story one more time. Um, it was the 23rd of January, and it was snowing the beat hell, and my other dog went ballistic. I grabbed my protection because my partner was coming home, and the snow, and I thought the way she was barking was a mountain lion, and I knew the difference in her bark. So anyway, I go way in the back, and I circle around the back of the pickup truck, and Buddy's sitting there with red blood all over his face. He's been eating the entrails I cleaned a deer in the back of the truck, and so I put out some water and some food. And at 5:30 that morning was my birthday, and well, thank you. Um, he had a broken bone in his good rear leg. The other leg wasn't worth the shit, and so we were trying to get him out last night, and he bit me. My other dog bit me on the cheek. She looked at me and says, "Get me out of here. This is too much." And I didn't have this meloxicam back then either. I could have probably got another 6 months. So, the next day, my dog wakes me up at 5:30, whimpering, and I had to push it open. It was about 14 inches of snow, and he was all balled up. He was all balled up in a circle. I really wish the hell I had a camera. And my dog pushed the door open and went right over there and invite him in the house. And that's how it all started. We put up posters. A couple ladies I knew there were really good, new computers, and they took his picture and then put it on a poster, and we put it up everywhere. Nobody claimed him. I had one Indian family call me and says, "Do you want to keep the dog?" I says, "Well, it depends. You interested in the dog? I'm not going to give it to somebody going to turn it into chow mein." So they came over and they didn't realize how big he was. That was the only people that answered my ads. No, that's just you know, we had a beautiful day though. Let's concentrate on the positive. So I got up, I did my live stream, and we got done. I think we only did a couple hours yesterday, and I'm probably not going to be able to do. It says here 40 minutes. I don't. I think another 20, and I don't really. I can't go to sleep, so I got to try to stay up the rest of the day and try to get some sleep tonight. Anyway, uh, so we got down to the lake, and I'm like, shucks, I didn't bring my camera. Damn it! Now we went swimming a while ago, and I can't remember what day it was. Today's Saturday. Might have been Monday or Friday or Saturday last week. And a cormorant bird came right up underneath Buddy, right near him, came right up. And Buddy's just sitting there paddling, and the cormorant's looking at Buddy. And what a great deal that would have been if I had a camera. So, anyways, we went down there. He swam for quite a while, and I always just try to get him not to swim. You know what I mean? Well, your video, Dawn, I'm going to tell you something. I was kind of me when I answered your video, but that was a great video, and I think that was really neat. I think that was really, really neat. Kill the bugs, and here you are taking care of it, trying to keep it out of the spider web. I thought that was neat. So I felt a little energetic around 9 o'clock at night. There wasn't much traffic. I said, let's go for a ride. We only went around the block. And then when I was helping him get out, I heard something. It sounded like, well, it didn't sound like breaking, it sounded like tearing. And he bit me. And he couldn't stand up. I'm like, holy shit. But I'm just saying, the whole day was just wonderful. It was a wonderful day. Went out to the garden, did a few things. Um, the garden still looks like a train wreck. Happy New World Order. Happy Friday. Is it Friday? Holy shit. Guess you're right. I gave it a gold star day. I gave it a gold star day. So I put my other dog down and on the 28th of August. And you know, seriously, yesterday was the 29th. Yeah, one thing about Ralph and Memories, like I talked to this a friend of mine out west, and we spend a lot of time up in the mountains and stuff, and he'll start saying, "Remember the time we did this or that?" Oh yeah, Yellow Jackets. Oh my God. She's like, "Look at all the bees." And I'm looking closer and closer and closer, and I'm like, yikes. Um, so a lot of my memories, things I've done and stuff, a lot of them I don't remember them until somebody else mentioned. My buddy had contacted me. Uh, I think it was on the 29th or 30th. It was going right into Labor Day. I wanted to see what he was doing. So I called him up, and he was at KRCL radio and had a 2.5 hour time slot there. And it was just another great person I met, and I met him in person. He was really, really cool. Good morning. And so he says, "How's Ruby?" And I said, "I just put it down a couple days ago." And he says, "Are you listening to the station?" Because we weren't there, but I was streaming it. And he come on. He says, "This goes for a cool dog. Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday." It's like, what the fuck? You know, a total stranger. Um, well, I mean, to be honest with you, buddy's been kind of like just sleep all day, so I think the routine is important for me. And why not have at it with this? I didn't want to make this thing, though I thought about it on the way home. I said, damn, I miss this dog in the back. 9 in the room, holy macaroni. Uh, just driving with him. And when he was a little bit younger, like half a year ago, maybe, he'd run from one side of the car to the other side of the car. And it'd be like, I didn't lose control, but the car wanted to turn to the way he jumped, you know? Yeah. He's phenomenal. I never really wanted a dog that big. But yeah, I think it was a really story. Well, I'm not going to forget the bad. You know what I mean? Like, somebody asked me a month from now, I don't think I'll be saying, "Oh man, my dog broke his leg bone, and I had to put him down." If talking about experiences, I remember one time we pulled into what the hell was the name of that place? Shiprock Casino, and Buddy and Ruby were in the back in the trailer, and I opened the door, and friggin' Buddy ran out of there like a rocket ship. I thought he was gone. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, hey, you took the words right out of my mouth. And we took him up to the airport, the old Monticello airport, to go fly kites up there. And Ruby would stay around. She would never get out of my sight, 200-300 yards away. But this guy, man, he took off and he was gone. And I said, "Well, there he goes." And sure as shit, hey, welcome. Sure as shit, he started coming back. He always did. I'll tell you, one time was really amazing when we were living down in the valley there. I used to go up to the mountain. Well, the mountain was 8,900 feet, and they plowed the road going up there, and they plowed the parking lot. And that was across the street from the campground that we took care of. So I go out there and let the dogs run. Buddy jumped off this road. There's no guardrail there. And I'm telling you, I had to been in my brain 12, 15 foot drop. And there was probably another 12, 15 foot of powder snow there. And I said, up, that's a goner. My other dog was flipping out like, get the hell out of there. And I was just getting ready to go see if I could gather up somebody with a rope and go down there and try to get him out of this bowl. And that son of a gun plowed through there like a tank. Very strong dog. Lived up in the mountains, we suspect, for about 9 months to a year. So this was a good experience, I will say, with these people, man. They're great. They were really, really great. And they relieved me of a lot of worrying throughout my time. I couldn't have found a better vet for my dog. The one down in New Mexico was a good. She was really good. I mean, Ruby was having. I knew nothing about how to take care of dogs' hips back then, you know. And she was 14, I think. And um, I took her there, and they gave her like a muscle relax, and then they X-rayed her, and she showed me all the hip was grown together. I guess that happens with dogs. And I think it happened with Buddy. Buddy used to stretch. And about a year ago, he quit stretching, even when I told him, come on, stretch, man, stretch. Keep that thing moving. And he just couldn't do it. I did catch him a couple of weeks ago, rolling on his back, though. I was like, ta-da. So, time heals all wounds. I want to consider it a wound. I was blessed. He came into my life. I didn't want a dog that big, but he's been here all this time up here. I really wish I could have done something to get us out of here. In the winter, though, the winters up here were so nice. I mean, man, we got just a 2-foot snowfall, and nice fluffy snow. And I'd go out there with the snow blower and he'd be biting at the snow, shooting out the chute. I always made sure there were no rocks in the snow to clock him in the head. But he used to like that, getting a snow shower. So I miss those antics. Used to go in there in real deep snow and put all 4 paws up and just roll back and forth, roll back and forth. Simple stuff. Oh, yeah. Snow shower with the snow blower. But I did as good as I could. I do as good as I could for Ralph, too. Snow angels with Buddy. You know something? I think I got pictures somewhere or a video about that. Buddy doing snow angels. It's all good. If you just got here, Rhonda had called earlier, and she was just 12 in the world record. Well, maybe it's changing. Maybe the moment. I just hope. I hope when we go back to coffee and chat, that we still have a good chatting room, because I miss you guys when you are chatting, and yeah, it's all good. Either you want to be here or you don't. Just went. Some of you might remember. Just went commented really kindly on the video I did. Having coffee with dude. I'm not drinking no more coffee. I've been up all night. I really, honest to God, didn't think I was going to be able to get him in the car. And you know what that dog did? When I got him to the door sill, goddamn dog jumped. Not jumped. He reached up there with his paws and pulled him up, and everything else went perfect. I always was scared of that. If he died in his bed, how am I going to get him out of the house? Or if I needed to do something like this and he's incapacitated, how I was going to do that. And it worked out fine. So I kind of worry like that, worrying about shit before it happens. You need a coffee? I will say though, it makes very uncomfortable for the partner if you live like that. Yeah, well, I can't really rename it for him, you know, but you got his picture. And that was, I remember when I took that picture. I remember the day I took that picture and where we were. So it's all good. You know, expectations, man. I tell you, watch your expectations. Like Rhonda was saying that she didn't feel it was fair to go out and get another dog when you were already dealing with the emotions and the operating system of the other dog, and that ain't out of your system yet. But it was pretty easy. Go for a ride, go for a walk, or have dinner. And like I said, at 5 o'clock, that dog was right on the money. I don't know how that dog kept time. I really have no clue how that dog kept time. But he sit here and listened to me many mornings, especially in the mornings where we get really bad news and shit, and I'm going off on it. And I could tell he was bothered by it. He was bothered because I was bothered. And so, yeah, it's all good. But I gotta go. I gotta use the latrine for a minute. I like to go get another cigarette, man. I'm sure those. I'll slow down. But yeah, I can't thank you guys for being positive vibes. So I mean that. You know, that's a reflection of who you people are. You know, and not every day is going to be. Um, not every day is going to be. A positive day. When we cover shit that shouldn't be going on in this country and world. And I decided that's what I like to talk about because it really, really upsets me very bad what's going on. Uh, so just start washing some of his blankets and towels and stuff. Yeah, it's all good. Everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. Let's step outside for a minute. Good to see you guys. Thanks for being here, too. Thanks for being there every day, though. You know, even the days you don't come in, you can't make it, or whatever. Uh, just a few that show up. It's good to see that we'll at least get some progress. Like I said, I might get one spot there yesterday. I thought today was Saturday. That's why I got all wigged out when I called the back. But they called me right back. That was my biggest concern. Yeah, I think positive vibration, sometimes I don't have it. I'm a human being. Sometimes I just don't have it. I'm not positive about nothing. Positive we'll run ourselves into the ground. Fuck it all Friday. Thank you for that. Now I'll remember what day it is. Yeah. So I think the room serves a purpose anyways. I think it serves a purpose like a coffee room at times. I think when you guys get in here and you start chatting with one another, that's pretty cool. I enjoy watching you guys chat. 13 in the room. 13, hey, subscribe. Somebody tell them. Subscribe, hit the bell, notification, and what else? What else they got to do? Yeah, that's been probably a world record, man. I mean, that's pretty big. Haven't seen a room like that in a long time. Back in the day, when I seen Just Went, I remember those days, and she made some nice comments too. And her life's busy, she's homeschools, and Dearest Dawn also left a nice comment. People are out there, they just, they can't be here. And it is summer, always a low spot. You know what I mean? Always a low spot in the summer doing the live, I find. I feel more winter time comes around, we get a few more people backwards. I'm on second pot of coffee. Holy macaroni. I know. Monday to Thursday, but the thing about that is, Laura, we appreciate it when you do come in. Good to see you. Good to tell us what's going on down there in southern Maine or Massachusetts. Lame horse taken care of, and oh, well, you got your hands full, and I know what your situation is. Like Grove, you got some bad fingers going on. And I'm going to tell you something. If you do go to a doctor, this meloxicam, man, I'm telling you. Oh, you're in Massachusetts right now? Good. 2 cups. Well, I tell you what, over the years, I get cold, and Buddy would never get cold. And so now I get to run the stove the way I want it, which I lit the stove last night. I felt so cold and internally and needed that warm up. What else is going on? Sister Golden here. I told you I put all them things in, the bug repellent. Oh, really? La-di-da. La-di-da. I had 2 cherry tomatoes that were ripe. The big tomatoes aren't doing much. I forgot what, beefsteak, I think those are called. And then I got San Marano's for canning, plum tomatoes, and they're not doing well. So I had 3 quarts last year with my harvest, and I would say half the harvest was green that I put in paper bags and had to let them ripen, and the sauce ain't nowhere as good. You know, when you vine ripen a tomato, boy, it's pretty stout. You do? Excellent. You got a food mill? I ever show you my grandmother's food mill? I inherited it. I don't know how I inherited it. A good American made, everything about the thing is American made, and it's still going. And I can remember days when I brought 2 bushels in here and sat here till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning just running tomatoes. So just what it is. Ain't getting no sunshine. And the trees are getting taller around the yard. And they're not my trees. We're always glad to see you when you can make it, Laura. You know, I think the room processes food, just about everyone in here. Really? Peaches are coming in with all that heat? Wow. Were you like 102? I still have a lot on the vine. I'd leave them alone and let them try to ripen there. Garden did great. Your garden video looked really good. We haven't seen another video from you. That garden video looked really good. I should do one on the stuff I'm planting on my balcony, counter, whatever, porch or whatever. I should do a video and shoot all the herbs I got growing. They're doing pretty good. They were. Really excellent. We got thyme, we got basil. Wow. That's incredible. Good morning. Delta Force. Why don't you tell us where you're from? I can't picture you. You were blue at one time. I heard it was 102 in Indiana. Is Dawn, are you still listening? My buddy out there in Indiana, in southeast Indiana, said he hit 102. Yeah, I showed the group your pictures. Hot, yeah. Yeah. Mojave. Well, welcome aboard. Sister Golden here's up at the other end of the state. But I've seen you come in here before. We're going to do this. Don't abuse it. Oh, come on now. There we go. Oh, just make him fucking moderate. Jesus Christ. They started the standard and managing moderator. Only 99 today. I fell in love with the desert coming from Rhode Island. 95. Holy macaroni. It's 68 and I'm cold. I got a long sleeve sweatshirt on. I got dressed for the occasion today. Well, I'm sure he'll behave. He's probably not a bad dude, but we'll give you a moderator. Don't abuse it. So we're gonna go kill Iranians. You know, I tell people this, and they can't jar this in their mind. So they're gonna send us out to Irwin, for 60 or 90 days to get some desert training. And we landed in Las Vegas on a commercial flight. And when we landed, I can tell you what day it was. It was the day MGM had the fire. I could see it right out my window. Everyone was running to my side of the plane, or that side of the plane. Groveland, thank you, Grove, if you're still here. And we got out there, and oh, it's no biggie. And we got there, and once we got our personnel carriers and moved out, man, I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. I fell right in love with the desert right then and there. I seen other deserts, mostly Utah and Arizona. I really like southern Idaho, pretty desert. We are quite accurate. I don't know what that means. 155. Southern Idaho. Peggy Sue restaurant near Fort Irwin. Good food. I thought you were going up to the mountains. I'm surprised to see you or even comment today. I thought you was going to the mountains. Yeah, I didn't know Peggy Sue. I don't think I watched that movie, but one night we were running division, and I looked at my officer. I said, "Why are you making me run division? What the hell is wrong with you? You busted me 4 times. Come back and from Tahoe through Barstow, maybe." So anyways, me and this other guy, he had E5 rank. I was just another private again for the 5th time. Anyway, he says, "Let's go get some beer. I got a Jeep." I said, "What are you, out of your mind? What do you want to see me go to Fort Leavenworth for 20 years? What do you wait?" He said, no, we'll be all right. Nobody's here. And so we went into Barstow. Halfway back, we were so drunk. And there was a canister bouncing around in the back of the Jeep. I said, "What's a canister?" Ta-da, ta-da. "What's in the canister?" He says, "Oh, night vision goggles." And we're sitting there taking a leak and drinking beer. I said, "Well, run. Well, boy, you be careful with them. Don't drop them. Don't screw them." Because night vision goggles back then were, infant. I put them son of bitches on. I walked right up to a jackrabbit. I mean, another 4 inches and I could have touched them. It was amazing. And then when I looked up at the sky, man, holy shit. The amount of space debris up there, if you get night vision goggles, you can see them. Came back from Tahoe that way. Wonder Hussy just did a video this summer about a park there. Some kind of military park out in the middle of nowhere. Shooting artillery at that in that climate was unbelievable. I do. So you've been to the sun tunnels? I have also. They're quite something. We played the video of the lady from MIT that come up with that. It's sad though. You got locals go out there with the AK-47 and they got to shoot at it. Not that I want to see any type of restriction, but please don't shoot at glass or, nice man-made shit like an old car. Oh, that was incredible. You come all the way from Massachusetts. Now, I started to get know that territory pretty good, but I had a tough time finding them. I didn't have a GPS. Go 25, 35 miles up here. What was it, 25 or 35? Well, it's somewhere around that range. And there's another odd thing there, too. It's called the World Fist, I think. Well, I thought it was pretty finding out the story about it. How the hell did you find this land out here for sale in 1973 before internet and come out there with those concrete tubes, set them up perfectly, then drill holes, special holes in them? And I think the holes tell you what month and what time it is, or what day it is, month, day, and time, I think. Uh, Sometimes we got to do the right thing, for our pets. I'm sure a lot of people in the past week got evicted from their homes because they couldn't pay the mortgages. Yeah, I think that was pretty neat. And how many dogs got euthanized? I am, ma'am. I am right now. No more coffee. Very dehydrated. Buddy wouldn't drink. Buddy wouldn't drink because he knew he had to piss. Because when this happened, he usually gets out of the car and goes piss before bed, and he didn't do it. And that was like really, that dog, man, had class, I'll tell you. I think a lot of you guys got a lot of class too. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do today. I guess maybe do laundry. I think I'm going to put Buddy's towels and skies above, big hello. Towels and blankets, and maybe go wash them next week when it's raining out. I'm going to miss that. We used to go do that often. I like going to the laundromat with them because they can take such big loads there. Where you been, Sky? Oh, I tell you what, there was a place on that Fort Irwin where there were tanks blown over, and I knew my artillery piece didn't do this. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. So sorry to hear it. Yeah, I just got back. It's you ain't shitting. You sit out there on a mountaintop and you see a UFO within 3 or 4 nights. Something's ajar. I've never seen them. Health issues. I miss you and your wonderful group of people. Well, that's very nice. That's very nice. I hope your health issues aren't overwhelming. Remember we got down there yesterday, go to bring Buddy swimming, and we just lucked out. Nobody got out of work early or retired people, uh, out there in their boats. So we had the boat ramp to ourselves. I will miss that. And I'll think fondly upon Maine when I think about those days. Really didn't want to go anywhere else. It was good for me. It was good for him. We're all happy as a clan. My thought process is we start getting a 10-inch snowstorm. Am I going to walk down to the lake? That's going to be one of the big deals. Well, it's all good. I wish you the best. I think most people in here do. We don't get to see you much. That's all right. I should show you that picture. That was a remarkable picture. I've never ever had anybody do that for me in my entire life. She drew a pencil sketch picture of Coffee and Chat, and it's all with Gumby doing different things. Gumby and Pokey is sitting there throwing the chemtrails at the finger. I can show you that if somebody wants to see it. She did a real nice job with that. At one time, we were pretty swinging like that. I'll be right back. Yeah. Well, I wonder if the title brought more people in. I'm definitely not working on the title. And I sat here for quite a bit while Bud was in his bed there. And I was saying, should I or shouldn't I? And I says, well, you can always make it private and you can delete it. I think I did it very. The people in this room have helped me out and Bud out. Well, I think hopefully you get whatever ailing you under control and you can come back in here from time to time. Just don't be offended. Don't be offended. Like if I'm in a pissy mood, I'm in a pissy mood. And if you type in shit, I don't know what you're talking about. Sometimes I get a little snappy. You know, sometimes that turns people off. So, I don't mean to be hurtful about it. It's just my knee jerk reaction to it. Doesn't mean I'm going violent. I had to go get this piece of paper yesterday. And so I called there and I told the lady what it was. And she took me down a whole different road. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. You know? And then she tells me that this paper is going to be filled out on the computer. I'm not filling nothing out on the computer. Just tell me you don't own a friggin' computer. Look at you sideways when you tell me you don't own a cell phone. But it's really weird. I'm going to tell you, 3 weeks ago, I went to the vet and talked to him about this because I didn't think he was going to recover. And I upped the meloxicam and it worked. And I tried getting down more often down to the lake. I'm not going to go tie up a boat ramp because I got to walk along the dock while he was swimming. And, coming from the city and you know how shit happens is for some scumbag with more money than brains or dignity goes and got friends there, and now they're saying no dogs. You know what I mean? So I think I'm going to continue doing the room for the time being anyway. And we try to go on around 8:30. It's been a real tough week though. And I think it was tough on him too. Right back at you. Well, we see where my life's going to go from here. I mean, it's not stopping. Does it mean we're going to go down the lake? Probably not. I really have no interest in going down there. Run free, October 1st to May 1st in Rhode Island is called the Ocean State. And people for years are bringing their dogs to run down the beach, throw the ball out in the cold, freezing water, and just getting their dogs some really good exercise. And this is the way the story went. They started putting all dogs got to be on leash. Well, how are you going to throw a ball for your dog? You're city folk. And that's probably the lowest, some people get turned off at my deep language. It ain't nothing when I call you city folk. That's serious. So they come up with this bullshit. It's illegal not to pick up your dog crap and a $250 fine in Rhode Island. So what they're saying is your dog can run down the beach. One of their excuses was fucking with the piping plover. It's a little tiny bird. And they run up and down as the waves come in and out. Now, maybe a dog grabbed one of them every now and then, but it wasn't like a mass murder. The second thing is a dog shit on the beach. Well, you already got a law for that. So this is a true story. Really pissed me off. I wanted to see the guy get 10 years. So this gal down there is throwing a ball out in the ocean and her Labrador is going after the ball, And some guy walks up to her, you put that dog on the leash. She said, who are you? He says, I'm telling you to put the dog on the leash. She says, get away from me. This is, I'm only telling you what I remember of the story, but it was basically like that. The guy pulled out a can of spray. Really, I didn't know you had turns. I didn't know you had turns there. And thank you, Dawn. And so hits the girl right in the face with the pepper spray and then sprays the dog. Dog wasn't bothering that man. Neither was she. Just a typical asshole. So they dragged the guy into court, and I don't know, he got 30 days of volunteer work. I think the son of a bitch should have been put away for a while. What kind of cuckoo clock is this shit? That's what happened on Newport Beach maybe about 15 years ago. I'm sure if you go look it up, you might be able to find it in the Providence Journal. Journal. Boy, we were fucking pissed off. So the knee-jerk reaction from this very, very wealthy community. I mean, Newport's got mansions there, Astors and all kinds of filthy rich people. They got one called the Marble House. The whole mansion's built out of marble and gold. Is one of your pet peeves? Just leave people alone and mind your own goddamn business. Unless you want an ass whooping. Well, I'm not trying to tell you if somebody gets shot in front of you and the guy drives off who did the shooting, I'm not telling you not to interject, you know. But fucking people can't mind their own fucking business. Our country can't mind their own business. They're learning from the terrorists running this country for the last 150 fucking years. World War One, World War Two, Korea, Vietnam, all the bullshit over there in the Middle East. Now you want to go fucking suck dick to the fucking Jew in Israel? Fuck you. Take care of your American people. What'd Leslie send me? Leslie sent me something, which was outrageous about the illegals. Oh, was it Sister Golden here? One of you guys sent me something, said that Gavin Newsom's going to give $150,000 to the illegals to buy their house. I think we covered that yesterday, and I went and looked at the medium income home in fucking California was fucking $940,000. And a whole monitor. Yeah. Yeah, like they never grew out of it. You know? It's fucking amazing. But I find that less out west. I've always found it, you know, I always found it a lot less. Like people have respect for one another, unless you're doing something stupid, like throwing cigarette butts up a window in a forest fire danger area. Mind blowing. $1 million for a fucking home, and you're going to give the illegals what? 150 grand. What's that going to do? Import more cocaine? I don't understand how my country can be so corrupt from within and think they can go run someone else's country. You know what I mean? And that's the whole monitor. You know, that's that mentality. I don't give a shit about fucking anything except what's in our borders. And you didn't even have the ability to close our borders off. It is. It's beyond disappointing. And you look at the two scum shit out there. You might not like it, but I'm going to call it what it is. The only thing making any sense out of this whole election is whatever Robert Jr. has to say. Carol, I should have played Carol's video from last night. She, man, these gangs, they shot up a 76-year-old woman and an 80-year-old woman, and they tried to get away, and I guess they were bleeding and dying and shit, and the car ran off the road down a canyon. They went in there and robbed them. So that's a new McCoy going on. We watch Cash Jordan about what's going on in New York City. Don't think that ain't coming here. And then you're going to make laws, more bullshit laws, and you probably not, cops are only going to do the white people. Yeah, I mean, how do you expect somebody working hard at McDonald's? It's the only. See, you're in a place where you know about ruralism, and I've been there. I've been down to Keyenta. I've been down to Shiprock and over to Farmington. And I mean, when a job opens up, people are right there. What are you going to do? What are these people going to do? How many of these people running for president are going to tell you, look, we got a plan for when AI moves into McDonald's and you lose fucking 80,000 fucking people working at a register. You know what I mean? To AI. You don't need AI. Currency, card only. Can I take your order, please? Yeah, cheeseburger, fry, and Coke. Okay, drive to window one. Go to window one. Put your card there. Okay, go to window two. Here's your receipt. And this shit's coming. We've seen 670 people losing their job for John Deere. They're packing up. Happy New World Order. There she is again. Don't get confused. It's just New World Order. I miss my old bud laying here. I can't imagine the amount of times he was just laying here sound asleep. And I miss that. We'll get over it. He's sleeping pretty good now. Yeah, I mean, you ain't got no choice. Camel Toe's going to go kill more innocent people. Did I show you guys this? I got a good room here. You want to see something mind blowing? Even some of your most hardened veterans never seen this shit. If I can find it. I had two pieces here. I don't know. Well, here's one. I shouldn't have been this place. They told me they weren't going to get mortar rounds till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Ralph decides he's going to go out and get parachutes. Bubba News, good morning. Yeah, I miss him. Do what you can to do what you can do without. Yeah, I like pay your weather tax. Yeah. But, check this shit out. When they say they put an artillery shell in a school, and my buddy, I love him dearly. He's a great guy. But we got on this conversation. I try not to get on this conversation with this fella because you're not changing my mind. This is a piece of U.S. shrapnel from a 4-deuce mortar. Bounced off my helmet. Did not penetrate the helmet, put a hell of a dent in it. I was lucky to be alive. It's razor sharp. If you look closer, you can see how the metal gets fragmented. And you're putting shit like this in a school or a church around civilians? The fuck is wrong with you? Are you insane? Well, I'm a pretty fair man. I can change my mind. You can change my mind if you show me, but you can't show me. So there you go. That's what it looks like. Can you see the ripped and torn steel? And this shit fragments at 4,000 feet per second, if not faster. It is odd. It's very artsy. If you think about what it is, I mean, that's solid fucking steel. Look at the snap on the other side, made to do this. Made to do this. And these edges are sharp like a razor blade. What are you shooting children with this shit for? I can't have an artillery piece here. I can't go to someplace in Maine or Arizona and call the guns up and practice firing. Odd fact. So, I mean, people don't understand what this shit's about. I said it. Term limits on senators and congressmen, number one, and everyone's got to go through a 4-week course in the military before they get sworn in. Not to run PT. Go learn about a 50 cal, 223, claymores, artillery, air cover. Go see what the shit does, and maybe it'll change your mind. Get out of that war pig shit. Because when they say, "Well, we're going to send you 100,000 155 artillery shells," and I see on RT News that we don't have enough artillery shells in our stockpile to be doing this shit. So it's brutal. It's brutal, and there's people then do. Then they tell me, "Oh, they hide behind them." No, they don't hide behind them. That's a misconception. But if you went and watched Free Palestine TV on Rumble, you'd understand. These people aren't nowhere near civilians. When Israel clears out, IDF clears out a huge area, that's where they're fighting. Very civil and badass people, I'll tell you that much. You take good care and enjoy that Mojave Desert. It's such a shame in that state. New Hampshire's kind of fucked state too. They're surrounded by reefer growers, and reefer is legal, and they still keeping it illegal. And it's that right-wing Christian coalition that run that state into the ground. So there's your horror. There's your horror. I mean, even if I flung this at you, you'd hurt yourself. They are surrounded now, yep. And what's that mean? That means you're keeping the price of reefer high. If I bring a pound of good reefer into Indiana, I'm going to make some good money. You bring a pound of good reefer into Maine, good luck at making $20. On home monitors. Yeah, well, I think they inflate the price. You should, you know what? You should do sometime, Dawn. Go anywhere. Go to Waterville, Maine, and click on a reefer shop and go see what the prices are. I drive by this one sign. There was $70 for an ounce of good commercial reefer that's been tested. No antibiotics and all. I just wanted to show you that. Might not sink in. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I mean, do you really think you put somebody into the Senate to do anything but write restrictive laws against people? A big difference, Ohio versus Michigan. What does that mean, Bubba? Michigan, $80 an ounce. Ohio, 300. Is that what you're talking about? I guess that's what you're talking about. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, all these states that legalize reefer down there in the Senate, you telling me they can't say, "Hey, let's get this shit off a class 1 drug. It's causing us grief." I get it now, Bub. I didn't see that comment. I get you. Well, ain't Illinois part of that? That's a going rate, you know. And then the communists will get on TV and say there's a black market reefer. Yeah, $300 an ounce. It could be black market reefer. Funds both sides, right? Yep, you're absolutely right. Yeah, crystal methamphetamine, a class 2 drug. I was saying this the other day to some people. They're looking at me. I said, you should really look it up. It's very simple. You'll hold an intelligent phone. You find my conversation very interesting. But is any of you calling? Find it very interesting. And you just go class 1 drug, class 2 drug, and it'll come up with the bullshit EPA, not the EPA, you know, the drug enforcement pigs that wrote this up. I'm like, why would fucking crystal methamphetamine be a class 2 drug? I mean, who made this thing? Billions on the line. If I'm waiting as long as possible. Yeah, it's all about money. Because you can heal a lot of stuff with reefer, and it's been proven. It's not a joke. I even hear old timers talking about my son-in-law got me some gummies, and I tried them, and they worked really good. It got rid of my PTSD. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point, ain't it? Fucking, everyone's got more class than you people do. I don't know. I could bring it up, but I'm too tired. But you know, I mean, if you print that out, you know, when I walk into a reefer store, why don't they put that? Is it going to change anything? Is it going to wake people up to try to get a movement to get the goddamn feds out of the hands of reefer? I got me. She was so happy and in less pain. They sell legal drug all the time over counter. Yeah. Well, hey, what about this? What are they called for cholesterol? Did anybody you see that Jimmy Dore? Anybody didn't see the Jimmy Dore show? I'll throw that on. Holy shit, man! These people aren't perfect, and they're out greedy. Put a 1 in chat if you want to see it. I'll run it while I'm talking. What a joke! Statins. That's what this shit's called. My doctor never told me much bad things about it. Could do a lot of damage. Well, boy, I had my share of nicotine. I'm going to try to wean myself back off. Last night I was having one hell of a time. And it worked. It worked. The nicotine worked for me in my stressful situation. Does that mean I'm dependent? No, I'm not dependent. It's just kind of nice. And these people don't know what nice is. Why you smoke reefer? Because it makes me feel nice. Good stuff. Yeah. Well, I hope it don't take a whole lot of days like this to grow attention in the room. Look at that, 9 thumbs up. Thank you for the 9 thumbs up. Wow, that's big. You know, I mean, seriously. I remember when Trump brought in that asshole inbred Sessions, and Sessions was their what do they call that when they ask him a bunch of questions and see if he's capable of even being on the ballot for Trump? What a whooping. You know? Anyways, and no. No, not that. When Jeff Sessions had to go in front of the Democrat and Republican senators to see if he was worthy of being Attorney General, they asked him a shitload of questions. And I don't know if it was Kennedy, I forgot who it was. But he says to him, can you tell me your opinion on marijuana, Mr. Sessions? And Sessions goes just like this here, almost verbatim. Marijuana is more deadlier than heroin. And what the funny part about it is if you watch a crowd, the senators all sitting there watching porno or whatever, they all stop what they're doing and they raise their head. And they go, what did you just say? I know, just kidding. Yeah, the PCR test. Told you don't test for Lyme and don't test Corona Bona with PCR test. You're doing it anyways. This statin story by Jimmy Dore, evidently no one's interested, but I guess you could find it yourself. Statin story by Jimmy Dore. Whoa, they're having a hell of a time with this, ain't they? They're having a hell of a time prescribing shit. I watch some afternoon TV. Yeah, what a dork. High five, sis. You're going to come in here with Jeff Sessions and lock the bitch up? You ain't going to lock her up with Jeff Sessions. No. I thought that's when. No, the flag didn't go upside down till what's his name? That communist Pompeo said some shit like I don't know. He said, "Oh, I'm going to suspend the Constitution." Who the hell are you? I don't think there's any getting out of it. I think it's so corrupt now. The people in office, they ain't going to leave. They ain't going to quit. Ta-da! I don't see our money coming back. I seen yesterday Donald Trump wants America to be the number one Bitcoin. What do you call that currency? I forgot what cryptocurrency. They're gonna be the number one cryptocurrency. Hey, but our forefathers told you to be paid gold and silver. We're not going to go down that road, are we? People say, "Oh, what they were doing when the silver prices went through the roof." manipulated, of course. And people would buy, $100,000 worth of silver coins and melt them down, and then go sell the silver across the border. Well, then make a law against it. You got a good FBI. They should be on top of that shit. You got cameras on every fucking street corner. You listen to our phone calls. What more do you want? I gotta wonder if Sister Golden Hair, if they got listening devices of Chinese and these pest exterminators. I ain't feeling too heavy like there's anything in them, I'll tell you that much. But we'll give it a try. Yeah. Probably my goal is to sweep up Buddy's fur. Clean the house up a little bit. And try to get rid of these goddamn mice, man. I don't know why we got such an invasion. I was just talking about that today. About cell phone. I don't have a cell phone. So what's that leave me, Donald? Got a trip the other day from Tip. Gal gave me $2.50 piece from 65 and 1967. Huh. That's cool for you. Oh, hold on. I still think you need to run into more of that guy that tipped you $40. All right, where's got a tip? Oh, it's above that. Hold on. I see it, Dawn. Hold on. This ain't gonna be such a shithole. And remember, if they go to war with Ukraine, they took out an F-16 fighter, a brand new F-16 fighter shot down by Russia. And they suspend the Constitution, which I think they got a right to do. Joe Biden stays in the driver's seat. Holcomb admits to smoking marijuana in college. Isn't this like, where's 95? Hall monitor. How can you be that hypocritical? This man finished college after smoking a reefer. I thought it was supposed to make you insane. How is that possible? He's governor after smoking reefer. You ever meet the guy says, Governor, can you tell me the secret of smoking the reefer and then becoming governor? I'm going to give a thumbs up for that. One of 6 F-16s shot down. I didn't hear that. Supposedly the American-made Patriot system shot it down. Oops. Incorporate Ukraine with U.S. friend. Oh, no kidding. Well, somebody got somebody I really like a lot, but I can't talk to him about any of this stuff. So what he was telling me yesterday, what was he telling me? Israel shoots at the Palestine. The Palestine can take the rocket and have it turn around and go hit a school. Or take the rocket and fly it into one of their schools and blow up a bunch of kids, and then the world's screaming with a bunch of murdering tyrants. I don't think that's possible. Not with what they're using. Bathroom pass. They caught 95 smoking down. She was walking down the corridor. I smelled reefer smoke on her. Drug testing. I couldn't believe I didn't even smoke back then. Like, what do you mean drug testing? Oh, yeah. We're the corporation that's going to give you a job. Well, we want drug testing. Well, how much you paying me? $6.40 an hour. Show me your papers. New World Order. I hate to say goodbye because I'm really tired and it's going to be a hot afternoon. But I think we put 2 hours in, and while the getting's going, we got 11 thumbs up. We got 11 people in the room. I hope you all enjoyed yourself today. Thank you for all the best wishes and all that. Just realize I did what was best for my dog. I know if I get to that stage in life, unless I think you go to Canada, you can't get euthanasiaed here. Maybe in California. But he's a good old dog. And he's surely blessed. Have a good day, everyone. Thanks for coming. I'm trying. I got to try to slow down the smoking. I just got into a no sleep situation where I was drinking coffee and huffing and puffing cigarette after cigarette last night. $71 degrees, 74% humidity. Looks like it's clouding up a little bit. It was such a beautiful day. Hugs right back to you all. Thank you. In the real hugging world, it don't happen too much in my life, you know. We'll see you in the morning. Same time, same bad time, same bad channel. Be good to yourself. Do the best you can with what you got. We'll catch you in the morning. Yeah, be safe. Be safe. We got to keep America safe. You can't eat that hamburger and drive at the same time, but I'm in the open highway. Well, it don't matter. I caught you with only one wheel on the steering wheel and the other one on a hamburger. Yeah, but I got to get this hamburger eaten for my lunch. No excuse. Driving and preoccupied. You in a heap of trouble, boy. Thanks for coming, Bubba, and everyone else. Good to see a few folks that don't come in much. Stay well.